Extending that lead over Mikkelsen now 14.2 seconds. Our world champion very comfortable on the Polish stages. He likes the fast stuff, of course. Robert Kubica dropping down to 9th position with Thierry Neuville moving up to 8th. It's been a strong morning for Neuville. Now, the longest stage of the event here in Poland, 35 kilometers. This would prove to be quite a stage for many of the WRC drivers. Not quite going at this guy's pace, though.
Open 4 right over crest, into 4 left minus, very long keep in.
But watch out for Evans here.
3 right keep in. Oh, it's broke.
Broken front suspension for Evans. That would end his day.
Elvin, can you explain what happened, please?
Yeah, we were just up the road here, fast left-hander, blind left-hander with some grass on the inside, and we've just opened the wheel for more lock, and there was a big stone line just in the grass there we didn't spot on the recce, so he's taken the wheel off, and we've attempted a repair here, but unfortunately it's been unsuccessful.
They did try very hard to fix that, but they had to call it a day. Keep your eyes on Latvala. Look at that on the left side of the screen. That's the top mount of the damper. That's come straight through the bonnet. Again, this is towards the end of the stage. We're looking around about the 33-kilometer mark now. So, Osberg hitting a rock. Ogier being warned to slow down here. And this is why. Osberg completely blocking that stage. Luckily, spectators on hand to move the car. He took a wheel off when he hit the rock. And that sent him then into a roll. Ogier obviously lost time getting past Osberg. He did get that time back later, though.
There is a left-hand bend up here, and it's, I think, more and more cars have digged out a big rock, and we hit it just on the exit of the corner. It took the wheel off. I lost completely the steering, so even though it's straight here, we managed to roll on the straight. So just a small roll, but the worst, of course, is the damage to the front left tire, and we cannot continue.
Massively disappointing for Osberg, but here's Latvala. This is after the stage now on the liaison section to the next stage. Latvala desperately trying to repair the Polo. Ratchet straps coming into effect here. They have one more stage before they get back to the safety of the service park. So big dramas then on the 35-kilometer stage, but not so much for a rally leader, Ogier. 16.7 seconds ahead of Mikkelsen, with Latvala still in that 3rd position at the moment. Thierry Neuville is now up to 6th overall. Big dramas and one more stage to go before the guys can reach that 30-minute midpoint service back at the Mikołajki service area. Welcome back to Rally Poland and day 3 of the event. The day would hold 10 stages and quite a lot of drama. Let's take a look at the WRC2 competition. There's a bit of a recap on day 2. This is Carl Kruder, who was running in 4th position when this happened. Quite a heavy roll, which would put him out of the event. Sebastian Chardonnay, he then moved into 4th position. But it would be an early bath on day 3 for Chardonnay. Been an issue with the radiator.
Yeah, on the previous corner. It's left quite slow, and I brake a little bit too late. It was not gravel, it was surface was really slippery, and I cannot do anything. I just go through. So we hit a ditch or something like this, and little trees, and we hit the radiators, and now the water go out of the engine. So as soon as I saw it, I stopped. We try to fix it, but it's not really easy. The damage are pretty big, so we don't know yet if it's finished or not, but for sure it's complicated.
Unfortunately, yeah, it was game over for the day for Chardonnay. He was running in 4th position in that Citroën R5 at that point. This is Jari Kettimer in 2nd position overall, but issues for Jari also. He would, of course, keep that 2nd position. Let's take a look back at some of the other competitors. Bernardo Sosa. Improving pace coming through from Sosa during day 3. And also for Valeri Gorban in the Mini. Yazid Araji would move into 3rd position overall. But it was this man out in front, Ott Tanak. Didn't need to go at any kind of pace. He had a comfortable lead over teammate Jari Kettimer, but he just kept slotting in the fastest times. He's our leader at the end of the day. Let's return now to the WRC action and stage 15. This will act as the power stage on the final day of the event, so it's a good opportunity for the WRC drivers to take a good look at it. Now, remember Latvaler's issue? He tried to fix it on the side of the road on the liaison section. Just look to the left of the screen, you can see that top man just bumping around, the spring coming out. The front section of the car just dragging along the stage.
We hit something on the previous stage. There was something inside, and it broke the top mount. We tried to fix it, but we couldn't do it. So unfortunately, the repairments broke, and we had to drive with the broken car. But we are here, so now we need to go.
Now on board with Robert Kubica in 6th overall. He would pick up a puncture on the opening stage in the morning and another puncture on this one.
Robert, how was that for you? How are you enjoying being at home in Poland?
Yeah, it's okay, but we had very unlucky moment on the long stage with there was big mass with Marshall stopping us, and there was no car, and then in the long corner suddenly after 1 kilometer I saw Dan, co-driver of Elfin, and I brake. I was in the middle corner, I brake, I look at him, and I clipped the stone, so we had a puncture and we had to drive all the stage with the puncture.
Now, this man also picked up a puncture on that long stage, the 35-kilometre stage. This is Chris Meek. Very much back on pace now, though. He'd actually gone off the road and clipped something. That's what caused the puncture. Thierry Neuville in the Hyundai, strong pace during the morning, starting to make his way up that leaderboard, putting pressure on the drivers in front.
I tried to push, but my pace notes were not quick enough in the last section, so I lost a bit of time. But yeah, I think I did a good morning. I took out the maximum, and I want to fight back for a good position.
Now, this is Juho Hänninen. A little bit of an issue with his steering bothering the Finn today. Still setting good pace, a few little moments along the way. They didn't seem as happy with his drive today as he did on day 2. But for this man, Sébastien Ogier, it was just getting better and better. The enjoyment was getting higher. The speeds were incredible out on the stage. And of course, that lead just kept extending over Mikkelsen.
Yeah, it was a great loop for us. We managed to take a bit of advantage on Andreas.
A bit of an advantage, 19 seconds is the lead. Juho Hänninen now up to third position with Neuville in fourth. It's all change around. Mikko Hirvonen in fifth. Latvala with his problems dropping down to seventh position. 13.8 seconds behind Robert Kubica now. Stages 16 and 17 then reruns from the morning. We've seen thousands of spectators in the stages. They're enjoying their experience here, as is of course Robert Kubica. Mikko Hirvonen struggling a bit with pace notes this weekend. He felt he didn't do a good recce at this event. Pace notes are too slow for him. Andreas Mikkelsen already saying he's too far away from Ogier now to try and push for victory. That 19 seconds between them, way too much. He says a second feels like a minute. So our world champion out in front here in Poland as we move on to stage 17 overall. This is Robert Kubica. And that didn't sound great. Pole slowing down. Damage to the rear right wheel here for Kubica would end his day, sadly. Huge disappointment. Stricken in the field. Fans posing by the car. Got to be done.
We were out of left flat corner through Little Crest, and it was very narrow road. We were sliding a bit. We touched the bank, but it came out big rock, which we hit it with the rear, and then rear wheel was open, and we hit something with the front. I think the damper exploded, so there was a bit of oil and fire. But then we stopped. We cooled down and. Yeah, unfortunately, again, not best of luck, but yeah, that's how it is.
Now, this is our man in third position overall. This is Juho Hänninen of the Hyundai World Rally team. As we mentioned, a bit of an issue with steering. It's not quite on centre for him. Really frustrated him during the afternoon. Thierry Neuville putting a huge amount of pressure on his teammate. Thierry just behind in fourth. Hänninen doing all he can to hold on to third, but it's tough. Here's Thierry Neuville then, the man who is hunting him down. We've seen great pace coming through from Neuville today. Confidence levels getting higher and higher. He would desperately love to take a podium away from Poland. Hänninen then just holding on to that third position. Thierry Neuville just 4.6 seconds behind now. Ogier extending that lead to 22.8 over Mikkelsen. Chris Meek in ninth position, making his way back up the leaderboard from that puncture earlier on. He's gone ahead of Prokop. Next man he's hunting down is Henning Solberg. By the end of the day, Neuville would get that third position from his teammate Hänninen. Mikkelsen holding that second, 26 seconds down. He had a brake issue on the final stage. Ogier leading. Chris Meek still in ninth, but only 2.7 seconds behind Henning Solberg now. With one more stage remaining on day three, the super special that will round things out in the evening. Still big battles, that battle for third very much on. Don't forget about Mikko Hirvonen, who's pushing out there. He would desperately love to take those points away from Poland. 4 stages to go on the final day. Still a lot to play for out there.